probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do. Push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody out there doing tonight? Your boy, Coach Lee. Taco Tuesday with hot sauce up in this bad boy. Welcome to the Sports Chatter Show, where we talk about the group topics. We clown, frown, and turn everything upside down. But it's your boy, Coach Lee, as I said. And before we can get started, man, my camera looking bad. We're going to fix that, though. But it's your boy, Coach Lee. But I got to bring on my man, straight out of Egg-Town, out of the world-class STW Studios. Get you some. Uncle Leroy Jr. What's up, man?
Hey, let's get it, man. It's your dude, Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior. And just like my host said, man, I am live from STWF Studios here in Arlington, Texas, up the street from Dallas freaking Cowboy Stadium. You know, I'm gonna change that to AT&T Stadium. Then I'm gonna change that to say we're up the street from Rangers, Texas Ranger Stadium, bro. That's what I'm gonna change it to. But yeah, this is a Sports Chatter Show. This is the show where we talk about all the popular topics going on in our Facebook group, Sports Talk with Friends. And man, this is one show that I always make sure I attend. But before we get this thing started, we got to go up all the way up to the home of the Boston Baked Bean, man, and get our guy too, man. Let's get him on the show.
What is going on, everybody? It's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, hot sauce
Tuesday.
To it. You know how it is, Sports Chatter Show. I'm ready to chat.
He ain't ready. Y'all want the smoke, man.
Two coming here with his hoodie on, looking like a stick-up kid.
Hey, man, I'm telling you.
It's cold. It's starting to get cold out here. You know what it's time for when it get cold.
Hey, I mean, look, in New Orleans, man, we are afraid. When I was coming up, we was afraid of the winter because that means it's jacking season.
Yeah, jacking season, definitely official. This week, I don't know where this cold air came from. Maybe the hurricane down south came up and yeah, we've been hit with either rain or just cold temperatures. So.
Facts. But man, shout out to everybody that's tapped in with us. We already see we got Facebook user don't know who he is, but we got Anthony. He tapped in. Appreciate you that tapped in, man.
It's good, Ant.
Yeah,
so how did anyone get any tacos today?
No taco, but I made some badass catfish.
Oh wait, so you finally was able to get?
I finally got to it, man, and I put my foot in it.
See, you said that with your chest. Now I see why you came to the show with so much energy, man. He was like, okay. I want what he had. But I had freaking Firehouse subs, man. You know, I felt like a cop-out. You know, I didn't get tacos today, but I had freaking Firehouse subs.
It's okay.
All right, so we got Jesus in the building. He says Texas winter is like a fall on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, it feels like they're skipping fall here on the East Coast, and fall just started about 2 weeks ago. So yeah, hope you're enjoying your summer fall so far. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't be hating. You know what I'm saying? You sound like them Africans who be mad at Black Americans because we don't have to go hunt for our food. I mean, hey, I go to Kroger's. Don't get mad at me. So
I'm not mad at you, man. I'm mad at
I'm wearing flops in the winter, and y'all wearing winter coats.
Yes, winter coats and boots or sneakers. You know, bundle up on the pants. You know,
That's still wearing Timbs up there, man.
Yeah, Timbs are heavy up here. Timbs are heavy in the summer.
I rock my Timbs. I'm about to say I rock Timbs. You got to stomp in the Timbos.
A couple of pair.
Yes.
All right, so okay, since we're on Timbos, what's the favorite? What's the color? The peanut butter or the regular? The regular tans.
We regular tans, but I love the peanut butter. I love the peanut butter ones. Oh my god, those are good. But straight up the Wheat Town, or the beef and broccolis. You know what I'm saying? Beef and broccolis. You know what I'm saying? Hey, my East Coast guys, y'all know what's up.
Okay. We in the building, stomping with the big dogs.
Rep y'all cities. Where y'all at tonight, man? Tell us where y'all located from. City check-in time.
Right, you know what I'm saying, y'all. Let us know who tapped in with us. We see we got the East Coast tapped in. Man, I don't got nobody from New Orleans up in the building. We got no down south. Got down south is where.
Around Thursday. Thursday's when the preparation starts for y'all football week. So,
man, you know what? I think all my Saints fans are in hiding somewhere because, bro, we're
quiet.
Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah, it's like screaming into an empty cave. It's like, hey, you got. Yeah, got nothing. We got North Carolina tapped in the building. Okay, all right, I'm ready for a brag. That's
hands up, take your shirt off, just around your head, spin like a helicopter.
They used to jam. We got Maryland in the building. All right. Wait, I got a guy. So what is that? DMV? What is that? I always want I be seeing him post that. Like people like
Delaware,
Maryland, Virginia.
Ah, okay. Oh, see, I want to act like you knew that.
I thought I was gonna be a Terrapin, when I was signing up for college and filling out applications. I actually went to the Maryland campus, was on top of the football field, took a picture with the nice M in the garden. They got a nice M sculpture, and before you hit the field, so it was nice. I thought I was gonna be a Terrapin.
So what did y'all say? Y'all said what? Maryland, Virginia?
Delaware.
Exactly. Wrong answer. Thank you. In freaking DC, bro.
Oh, sorry. I always say Delaware, DC. You know what's crazy? To me, it's still in this lifetime when I go to DC, I still consider DC before they officialized it as the last state. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes
you don't get no clap back after that, man. Both of y'all said the wrong answer. You know what? Stick to sports, man. Just stick to sports.
Hey, like you say, I'm public school smart.
Hey, you can't use my line. But I like it.
If you college smart, I roll with that. I went to a state university.
We don't like go-go anyway. We don't like go-go music anyway, man. So get DC.
Oh man, that was a good one. So what we got for today, man? We should have some good topics. We
got some damn good topics for today. So what's the worst beatdown you've seen as far as from a scoring standpoint? Let it be basketball, baseball, football. What's the worst score? You're like, damn, they got beat up pretty
bad. Didn't they? Somebody got beat by 100 or something like that?
You did. Mercy rule, man. Straight up Mercy rule.
Mercy rule. I think
Mercy rule
in college. I mean, in baseball. I only thought there was a mercy rule in baseball.
Well, they probably should have had the mercy rule in this because school up in Kansas, Andale, I believe.
Andale.
They beat their opponent 108-0. Shout out to Bobby. He's the one that submitted this in our group.
Hey, I can't say nothing about getting whooped because Jackson State whooped up on my Grambling Tigers, man. So I can't say too much.
But it wasn't this bad.
Yeah, that is true.
They finished with 395 yards of total offense, 12 touchdowns on 35 offensive plays.
Wait, 35?
35 plays, so they scored a touchdown every 3 times they touched the ball.
Hey, this is a game in the schedule where that team tried to prepare their best for it, knowing they was going to get beat down, but 108-0. Whoo! I want to see the standings in that division.
The opponent was Nickerson. They finished with -62 yards rushing, on 41 attempts.
Wait, what was this? Is this like park ball? I mean, like this
It looked like it's high school, but this particular team, they are currently in search for the 4th straight state title. They won 43 games in a row.
Man, no, they got to be playing somewhere in like Omaha, like Wyoming, somewhere where it's just them and 2 other high school teams that they're playing.
Well, we definitely know they're not playing in the boot. They ain't playing Florida. They ain't playing California, and they ain't playing the Lone Star State because that ain't happening.
Facts. That is crazy. Wait, so we got Chris. He says that flag football. Agreed.
So Anthony says, they're located in Kansas.
Yeah.
That's a basketball state.
Exactly. There's nothing in Kansas, bro.
Basketball state. Simple. We went down the field and they had about 6-7 plays of possession, and they was lighting it up. I mean, they didn't need 1,000 yards to beat the seed. You know,
it was 78-0 at halftime.
That's crazy.
They played the JV and freshman team the entire second half.
And that's why the score was only 180. Hey, and I was going to ask the question. You know what I'm saying? Why didn't they, stop the breaks? But they did, and they put the JV and the freshman team in. Oh, yep. Lord. Like,
yeah, that's just all type of disrespectful. But there's no mercy rule in college football or in the NFL. So
you gotta take that ass whoop.
Well, high school. There's no mercy rule in high school.
But I mean, do you think there should be?
No,
nope.
Absolutely.
Learn how to play better.
Some fans pay money to see these games. So wow. They may want to.
But at the end of the day, I mean, you're trying to teach good sportsmanship. I mean, in high school. I mean, so what's the bigger picture? Like, what are we doing this? Are we teaching?
They played the JV team. They played the JV team. They played the JV team and said, "Hey, maybe y'all can score a couple points." Hey, they tried to help them out.
They did. JV and freshman beat them up. They put 30 on them.
But I mean, okay, so I mean, that may have worked in Kansas, but the reason I think one thing that plays a big contribution into it not happening in Louisiana, Texas, Cali is because Negroes gonna fight. The school's gonna fight. You can't beat a school like by 100 points and not expect their student base to fight.
Well, that student base did not fight at all. Wasn't no fights after the game, so they took the beating, like a true team should, when they lose. You gotta go back to the drawing board.
By 100, bro. I mean, come on, that's a bit excessive now.
Hey,
100 points.
Shout out to Charlestown High School basketball. When I was growing up, man, in the high school ranks, man, Charlestown was beating everybody in the city by 60, 70, 80 points. You had to sit there and you had to take those losses. Like, it got high school. In reality, you're trying to get to the next level. So, I mean, even if you get beat by 70, 80 on the field, there's probably some of those guys that's being recruited to colleges. Hey, it's in the game, man. You win some, you lose some, but you live.
You're not teaching anything, bro. Like, come on now. Let's keep it 1,000.
It teaches you. It teaches you not to get your behind whooped the next game. Absolutely teaches you something.
I losing by that much. I mean, clearly, if someone's beating you by that many points, you have it's bigger than just the players on the field.
Hey, go to high school, go to your school on Monday, man, and talk about it.
Hey, well, I'm gonna tell you what, the band sure as hell ain't gonna be there. We out of here, man. We only support winners. So I think that I don't even much know, to be honest, like, because it is bad that the teams losing like that.
A lot of teams losing like that across the land. Across the land. There's a lot of teams losing like that in college football. I mean, in the NFL, you may not see that often, but you're going to see it in some weeks. And you got to be prepared to play. You get a week to prepare. So I don't feel sorry for anybody who's getting train wrecked by more than 40 points. I do not. I'm not apologizing.
Ran through, man. Now, some of the comments that I saw on social media and stuff like that, a lot of people were like, that's bad sportsmanship, this, and that. But here's a statement from the coach on the sideline, on the receiving end of the beatdown, he said that obviously people are going to react to the final score, but I thought Coach Smith handled it as well as he could have. I have absolutely nothing against what he did. They put the young guys in early, and the young guys just executed better than the old guys. So there's no hard feelings for what they did. Of course, it's hard losing like that, but I have a lot of respect for Coach Smith and their program. End quote.
So does that not sound like a canned statement? Come on, let's keep it 1,000.
Hey,
that is not.
I'm from the era that if you gonna jump out there and put yourself out there, if you just get beat up, you just get beat up. And ain't no, we shouldn't have did him like that. No, practice harder.
He could have
play harder.
He could have said no comment. He could have said no comment. He wasn't gonna get fined for it.
That is true.
But he gave an answer. He gave an answer, and even if it was canned or not, we would have to see him actually saying it to see it. But hey, his team didn't perform.
This is what I'm talking about. Let's get Anthony's comment right. I bet if he got fired after the game, but that's what made him not go off because he's on the hot seat. You just got beat by 100 points.
But over 100 points. 43 straight games. Who knows where they stand? Who knows where this team stands with? Who knows what other teams they beaten by 80, 90 points? You know? I don't know.
I still think that there should be a type of mercy rule, especially in high school, because, I mean, what are we teaching these kids?
There ain't no such thing as no mercy rule, man. You play the games on your schedule. You go through the beatings. You go through the wins. Now, we have to look up this other team, man. We need records. We need to see how this team is doing outside of Andale, because who knows who's going to that school?
Man, here's a real quick story. When I coached my son his second year playing Pee Wee football, they were kind of like all the kids who hadn't played before or the kids nobody else wanted. So we took some beat downs. You know what we did? We practiced harder. We recruited players. We joined a harder league, and we wrecked shop the next year. The only two losses we had was against Dion's travel team and his home team. Other than that, we was handing out ass whoopings.
Quick question.
Because they remembered those beat downs they took in the year before that.
But they weren't 100-point beat downs.
No, they wasn't. But if it's 100-0, yeah, they busted the clock on them. But if it's 100-0 or it's 30-0, it still is bad.
You got a point.
Still bad, definitely bad. Hey, have I seen you on the episode of Friday Night Tights?
Who, me? I wish.
Yo.
I enjoyed it. Because the Outlaws kicked ass on there.
Outlaws beating. That's what more to what I'm saying. Like, you go out there and play a team like the Outlaws. Like, oh,
thank you. Nah, let's not talk over Jesus' comment. That's how I feel. Exactly. Nah, bro, we fighting. Y'all ain't getting on this bus.
Hey, what you gonna fight for? You should have been fighting like that on the field.
Exactly.
You got energy for that, but you got energy to run the play, Coach Then.
Hey, wait, hold on, time out. What did I say? What I consistently post in a group? The football is separate from the band. We fighting, bro. We fighting. No, indeed, though. The students from John McDonough fighting your students at your high school. Nah, bro. It's bigger than the football team. Y'all just can't whoop up on us by 100 points.
Hey, man, fight on the field.
That part. Hey, I don't know. I can't relate. I ain't never took no ass.
This might be if they was in the hood playing this game and lost by 100, I could see the fighting happen. But
that's what I'm saying. Like,
they lose with class. They get spanked with class. They lose by 100 with class. I guess that's the mode over there. That's what they do.
There's hoods everywhere, though. Don't sleep.
No. I know there's hoods everywhere, but figuring that no fighting and nothing happened, I mean, we're not going to probably pick that up anyway. Max Preps is not going to give us that.
But wait, I'm clearly, if this team beat this other team by over 100 points and there was no altercation, clearly this is not in the hood. Not even remotely.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying.
They don't even have a hood within 5 miles, within 10 miles, because you know what happened? They'd have been like, oh, this other team whooping out. Oh, I'm coming up there. We fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, bro, nah. So I think they do need a
them Chino Hills. What's the Chino Hills where the Ball brothers went? Them teams used to spank teams like that in the hood all the time. And you got to deal with sometimes. Like maybe the talent wasn't equal at all. So when that happens, man. Like if the team's that much better, they're gonna play. You don't stop the clock. Ain't no mercy rule.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's like stumping somebody already knocked out. Like what are you proving?
What I'm supposed to do? Roll the ball up the court?
No, it's not. In the first half, yeah, but they brought their little brother and their little cousins in, and they did the same thing.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
What I'm supposed to do? Roll the ball up the court and not play?
Let the game go. They probably discussed canceling the game, giving it a mercy rule. They probably discussed that, but they was like, "Nah, we still gonna play." You know what I'm saying? Hey,
we got a chance.
The ass whooping's a better lesson anyway. It's a better lesson anyway.
Says who? Because I mean, some people may say, that's why they buy the book, so they won't have to go through the lesson, take the ass whipping.
You want to know why it's a better lesson? What's the alternative? A mercy rule? Oh, so that means in life, when things get too hard, they're gonna make it easier for you.
That's no, they're gonna give you a trophy. That's what they're doing now. I mean, it's better to get a trophy.
And that's why we've been having this discussion now, because everybody got trophies.
That's cool. I bet you they didn't get a trophy for that 100 point ass though. A trophy for that one.
They got Chuck E. Cheese. I'm pretty sure they got Piccadilly or Ryan after them. Like, look, don't worry about it, kids. Fuck them.
I mean, look, the little ice cream ain't hurt nobody. We don't need them depressed tomorrow at school.
All right, so let's look at some of those comments.
Corrente said, "Okay, I'm thinking the same 108-0. That's way better than SFA score was 98-0 in college. Forgot about that."
Yeah.
They took a knee at the end. They could have busted the clock on them, but they took a knee at the end towards the goal line.
Wait, okay, time out. Wait, hold up. Stop the record. What did you remember? What did you make a point to say that they could have ran up the score? So what were you trying to show? That they had class?
No, that's pity, man. Don't show me no damn pity. That's even worse. It's okay, little guy. I ain't gonna beat you up too bad.
Yeah.
Man, F you, man.
Hey, you just said that.
You take that knee at the one, I might be more mad, honestly.
Exactly. We could have did you better, but we felt sorry for you.
Yeah, I ain't your little brother, man. You ain't gonna beat me like I stole something and then act like it's all cool after that. Nah, we ain't. Nah. I get it. I don't think it should be a fight every time, and I agree with y'all.
Hey, you contradicting yourself.
I'm not.
You gotta take that L. Ain't no fighting, bro.
You gotta take the L. You gotta take the L. But the knee's almost disrespectful.
It is disrespectful.
Because if you go take the knee then, and take the knee the whole second half, then if that's the case.
Hey, so you saying get your ass beat the whole damn time is not disrespectful?
They take the knee
at least we out here playing.
Okay. I guess y'all got the for the donkey too. Is trying to go straight. I hear you.
Bobby says, and everyone thought Southern winning 86-0 was bad.
Look at him. Everybody found no damn Southern. I think that was that one with was it LSU?
I think so. Yeah.
But what was it?
Say again?
No, I was saying, what's the next comment?
Bobby says, from the article I read, they had a running clock the entire second half, and Andale was up 78-0.5. They played the JV freshman only the second half. They felt kneeling the ball would have been more disrespectful than playing. The other coaching staff seemed to agree with all of this. Yeah. Just Jesus. 108.
You dropped the iron, bro?
Drop the iron. I said drop my phone. The iron's a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? The phone, woo.
No, I don't know, man. I don't get me wrong. I see the upside of it. I see wanting to fight. But I mean, it ain't gonna help nobody. Fight on the field.
I agree, and that's why they should have a mercy rule, because at the end of the day, like, yeah, that's just ridiculous. Like, what are we playing for? You know what I'm saying? Like with the band, I'm in a band. What the hell am I here for? Who am I entertaining? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, let's go, man. Stop wasting my time.
Here's my thing. All right, if you got a mercy rule, then I just feel like you're in the wrong division.
A mercy rule makes you more competitive, because guess what? Like, just like one thing in baseball, it was a 10-run rule. If you know you about to get 10-run rule, you're gonna play harder, because you don't want to get that, that disqualification. Well, that loss by technical.
If that was the case,
nobody wants to get 21-point rule.
Thank you. No one will get skunked. Exactly. Like in dominoes, if you lose, you ain't going. Look, you gonna try to not get Peter rolled. That's all I'm saying. If they didn't have Peter rolled, it wouldn't matter.
We running it back.
That's
what I was saying. We running it back.
Run that back. Yeah, all day. We'll be at the court all night. We're gonna do this again.
We running it back. I can't lose my money like that. Nah, we running it back.
If that was the case, why they removed the mercy rule from baseball?
No, they still have the mercy rule in baseball.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, I promise you, it's maybe on a lower level, but Major League is not there no more. Nope.
Right, Major League, yeah, because they get paid. They don't have a cap. They want them to play. That's a different. That's entertainment. But yeah, there's still a mercy rule in in college, and
there's still one in college. I know there is in Little League, but college,
yeah,
that's wild.
That's weak. Shout out to Terrell, man. He says, "I'm always for a team running the score up. Should have been better."
Yeah.
Can't wait, in the words of Bart Scott. Man, that's a good first segment. Y'all ready for a break, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
And that's how we do it around this here, bad boy. We be back by 15. Be right back.
What's up, guys? It's Mike Larimore here. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to STWF Media for all of the love and the positivity they've been sending my way recently. We partnered up, you know what I'm saying? I just like the energy the guys bring over there. So any sports talk, you want to talk football, you want to talk baseball, they might even talk bowling if you're interested. Boxing, whatever your thing is, man. Go check them out. There's a lot of great coverage over there. Again, it's nothing but positive energy from these guys. Go check them out. Peace.
Back at it like we're mad at it. Welcome to the Sports Chatter Show, segment 2 on this here Tuesday. Man, that was a good first segment, gentlemen. Now, this other one might be kind of polarizing.
Uh-oh.
And it got some local flair to it. We're going to call this one Overtime Money. And this one pertains to our local WNBA team, the Dallas Wings. This one is from Unc. Say, bruh, they didn't even learn from Brittany.
Thank you. Hey, I like that. I like the yeah.
Because I heard you in my head.
I like to be around me. Yeah, I like it.
But some of their players are going overseas. You got this young lady's here.
Where?
4. So the first ones, they are going to
Austria. Well, they had it on the thing.
The second one said Australia, but the first one,
yeah, that one's going. She's going to Australia.
She's going to Australia. That's fine.
Turkey.
She's going to Turkey.
She's fine.
That's kind of close.
Wait, are you serious?
Italy.
Fine. Turkey's fine. Italy, she's fine.
They got nukes in Turkey, man.
They got nukes everywhere, bro. Stop that.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, Italy.
Fine. She chilling.
Hey, this girl right here be balling, man.
Yeah, she nice.
This young lady be balling.
Yeah.
Come over here.
Another Turkey. Israel.
That's a little sketchy.
Conflict in Israel.
That's some conflict there for sure.
Italy. Okay. So they in some areas.
Yeah.
So how y'all feeling about that?
WNBA is not allowing their players to go to Russia due to what's going on right now. So when I seen this list of where they was going, I'm like, of course, anywhere but Russia. Shout out to these ladies though, you know what I'm saying? On the quest to doing what every lady in the history of basketball has done. Once you play 32 professional games, go overseas. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the WNBA ladies, for capturing gold in the World Cup. Shout out to that as well. But hey, you gotta get that chicken. They ain't stopping.
Yeah, this is real simple. This is real simple too. Like, just read, ladies, smart ladies. Just read up on the rules and follow them. See you when you get home.
Right.
Real simple. Yeah. Go get your bag. See you when you get home. Read up on the rules of where you're going. Then we'll see you when you get back. Get that bag.
So to put this into perspective, the WNBA actually, as far as their players, they ratified their CBA in 2020. The contract goes until 2027. It pays the players an average of $130,000, with top players able to earn more than $500,000 throughout salary, marketing, and in-season tournaments and bonuses. But when they go play overseas, the top players can earn up to $1 million.
So they get more for going over there.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
In whose currency though?
Dollars.
In whose currency?
Dollars.
So Turkey is dishing out United States dollars.
I don't know why you always. You made this argument before. I don't know why this always confuses you. They just pay whatever the difference is.
That's not the same.
Of course it is.
No, it's not.
Well, they have it in U.S. dollars here. But one thing you got to remember.
So they'll pay whatever their money is worth U.S. They just got to get the trans rate. That's
all. So I guess we said Brittany Griner is a top player. But does she look like she was making $1 million from Russia?
Yeah, she was making
It sure wasn't on the field. She must have a meal for that hash. All she was doing. There's no way that she was making $1 million on $1 million contract out there in Russia, man. Come on,
most definitely.
You mixing arguments. The butt got nothing to do with it. That's a bad decision. That got nothing to do with what she was making.
Stop, y'all. No, bro, you capping. There's no way that she was making all that money. How much you was making?
Prove it.
How much she was making?
How much was she making? You tell me. You seem to know.
Not enough for what she's not smuggling.
See, you're mixing arguments that got nothing. One got nothing to do with the other.
It does.
She's a weed head. That's why she smuggled.
So she got 10 years for a weed head.
Lawyer fees.
Yeah, because you're not. It's smuggling if you bring a little or a lot. They don't care,
bro. So you think
she had some hash cartridges. That's personal use.
Okay.
$1 million.
Okay. Yeah, they also said that she was prescribed that too on the plane. After having
that's someone else who lied about that shit.
I mean, it was in the thing, but all right. Let me see what we got.
So in 2020, Griner signed a 3-year, $665 contract extension with Phoenix, making $221,000 during the 2021 season. But when she played over in Russia, she earns over $1 million per season.
Yeah, there you go.
And she's done it the last 7 seasons.
And she's been the best player in Russia the last 7 seasons.
She ain't hurting. She brought that to smoke. She brought that to smoke.
Okay. So how long has she been doing this?
At least the last 7+ years.
I'm guessing the reason she got caught.
That's what I'm saying. You see, I just walked into that. You was like, that's her person. Bro, she been transporting stuff for 7 years. What you think that is?
Why do you see?
I'm just saying, bro. You do it like that. That doesn't look like personal.
Right, do me a favor. Pull up exactly how much she got caught with. Let's see how much she was trafficking. She was smuggling. I want to know.
Look at her time that she got though. That's
what I'm trying to tell you. You get that, bro. You'll get that time for a little or a lot because they don't want any of it.
Russia don't play with it.
Hey, I understand.
No matter how much you got.
I understand that.
They don't want any of it.
What did they put her for? Smuggling.
Because that's what it is when you bring something. If I bring a bottle of liquor across state lines, that's trafficking.
Hey, tell me, I know that's my point. No matter if it's for your personal use, it's for your cousin, your grandma.
So you just made my point. You just made my point. What? You just made my point. You don't know if it's if she's actually trafficking or if it's just personal use.
How is not, bro? Did she get charged for personal use?
They don't. It's the same charge.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you, where did she get it from?
I'm guessing
bring it back to the United States, right?
I bet she brought it with her to do, and then got caught on the way back with it.
So where is she going out in these streets of Russia to find this hash oil?
Did you just miss what I said? I'm saying she brought it with her.
From
and then got
wait, so
caught on
she
the
brought
way
it.
back.
You know what? One time somebody told me that they sell hash all at CVS, man. I was like, all right, bro, stop the cap. But all right.
So here you go right here. In 2022, the Russian president is strictly opposed to marijuana use. It is illegal to use marijuana for medical or recreational purposes in Russia. Possession of up to 6 grams of pot is considered an administrative crime, whereas more than 7 grams is considered a serious criminal offense.
Oh, she trafficking over. It's 7 grams. She trafficking. She coming back to the hood to sell to everybody. All 7 grams of it.
That's cartridges. That's not even much. That's not the same thing. That's apples and oranges.
A lot.
That's weed. You talk about cartridges.
Do you
marijuana is marijuana though.
What? Clearly, y'all don't know what hash y'all is. Hash is not marijuana.
I know about all of this. Trust me.
Oh, okay.
I assure you.
I don't know what it is.
Like, hey, you know, this is what I read.
With all due respect to the show, my eyes ain't low by accident.
Nope, never.
Yeah, I was just low.
Lawyer fees and all that. Lawyer fees and all that. Brittany Griner making cake. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. For instance, any of those ladies that we just mentioned with the Dallas wing, probably about all of them are average players. So if they was to get caught with that crime, their money line would be done. Their money line would be done if they got caught with some hash or some cheeky or a little nug or whatever the case is.
And this is why the whole thing ties back into why the whole thing was political. I think they didn't care before when she was bringing it in. They're like, whatever, you're an NBA star making money here, we don't care. But now that everybody's at war and America's not helping and they're not choosing our side, now we're gonna bust you down when we catch you. That's why I think the whole shit. That's why I think that whole thing went that way. I don't think it was some whole her really trafficking and nothing like that. Nah, she was bringing personal use. That's why they brought up the whole prescription thing. Whether that was true or not, we'll never know because we can't see no prescriptions. But what I'm saying is they brought that up because she had a small enough amount that you could say that. If she had pounds of weed or pounds of cartridges, they're not going to ever bring up a prescription.
Bro. She had multiple cartridges.
Multiple cartridges is not that much, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, okay.
It's not that much.
You're right.
They're like this big.
Even in the U.S., if you get caught with cartridges, you're going to jail.
No.
And unless you in
certain states
that have it legalized.
Yeah, certain states. You could Texas, they throw you away though. I know you.
Hey, I can only speak on where I'm at.
I got a friend from up there. He drove through Texas, and he still got a case down there. All he did was light up a small little joint, and they caught the end of it. And he spent the weekend Texas longer than he wanted.
Officer, you want to see my other cartridge? Hold on. You want to see more? I'll show you 26 of them.
This part right here. Exactly, Jesus.
It is
worse. Abstract. It's even worse.
It's worse. Which means it didn't take as much.
Yeah. Call different reactions. So yeah, you know that. So that's what I'm saying. So once again, so she's taking hash.
Yeah, hash oil.
You know what I'm saying? She's taking hash, and so we're saying that the NBA and these different leagues not testing for hash.
No, they don't. They're not testing for it because people get high different ways. There's OGs that like the hash. You know what I'm saying? There's OGs that like that.
Also, if you're the WNBA, what benefit do you have in busting Brittany Griner, one of your biggest stars? That's crazy. You better let her go.
Who says she's the biggest star? She's the biggest American star.
I said one of them. I said if you're the WNBA, what incentive do you have in busting one of your biggest stars when she's smoking over here? Like, I'd leave her go. I'll leave her alone. We don't do that. That's one of our big. LeBron can smoke. I bet you LeBron can smoke all the weed he wants because NBA ain't gonna say a damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's their bread and butter. They're not saying a damn thing.
Nah.
But my whole thing is once again, it's like the grass is greener on the other side type of theory here. It's like we're going over there chasing money. These ladies going over overseas chasing money to live what type of lifestyle? To what I'm saying, at what risk? Because at the end of the day, it's not like they're living a poor life here.
No, I agree, but look, if you got a chance to make more money, you ain't gonna make more money. We all know.
That's greedy.
They want to hoopers.
It's not
They
greedy.
lady hoopers. You got different with this basketball thing right here. Because you got all these different sports in this world that ladies play, and they don't have the luxury to even do that, to go to a different state and play what they love to play. You know what I'm saying? And not in cities, for instance, like where we're from, you know, you're not aiding your kids to go do that. You're aiding your kids to go play basketball and go play football and stuff like that. These ladies have a gift, and they get to continue to give by going overseas to play what they love. Yeah, the money's there. And who doesn't love money? But at the end of the day, they want to go hoop. They're hoopers.
They want to get paid to do it too.
Right. Exactly.
I can understand me but I'm just saying, but they do it at the expense of the WNBA. Everyone, you know, for just y'all said it.
How's that the expense? Time out. How's that the expense?
Because I'm about to say it.
They market it.
Oh, because they're not making enough money they're not paying them enough money in WNBA, so they have to go elsewhere to get money. That's what I'm saying. Why is it the same narrative? Just like, you know, I got a friend, Moose. He used to play for the Bucks. Now he's playing, you know, he's playing overseas in Israel. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's not saying, oh, I'm not getting paid enough money in the NBA, so I got to go over here to play. No, he's not doing that. He's making it a part of the game. Hey, you know, he's not on, you know, on the starting lineup anymore. So he's going over here to play for extra time, you know, extra practice.
Yeah,
that's my only
because
everyone says it's always about money. So you're tearing down the WNBA brand.
Nah, WNBA tearing themselves down.
No, the WNBA they pay.
We just saw the proof in the pudding. They paying them to do it. They're tearing themselves down. We just saw that when these players go overseas, that they pay them. The WNBA will pay them more on their contract to do that. They'll pay them more. So if any, you want to know why WNBA does that? Because that's free marketing.
Free marketing.
Yeah.
Okay.
If Brittany Griner, so she played her what 32 games season?
No one in Russia knew Brittany Griner played for who she played for in America.
Why wouldn't they? Well, they thought she was from Russia. That big tall black woman from Russia.
Didn't Coach Lee just put on that article? She made made $1 million plan for this certain team right there.
Yeah, because that certain team is that best team.
That's the team out there.
They know her. They recruit her. They're watching these WNBA games.
Exactly.
They're
watching these WNBA games.
Girls ain't saying, hold on.
Everybody watch what America do.
Hold on. These girls are not saying, oh, I'm going to go choose to play here. They don't have that luxury. Teams have to call them and say, hey, we want you to play for us.
You think that? Wait, nah, shout out to Corgi. I mean, he's out there in Israel playing right now.
Ooh, he got a call. He got a call. That's why.
No. Okay.
Or you can be out there, trying to find.
You can look at one of our past interviews when we interviewed him, and he explained how he got over it. He was a star out here, you know. He posted a past picture of him. He played in front of Barack Obama. He was playing for Mississippi Valley.
You know,
but
I'm saying you really don't think that they watch us in our games? Why do you think the whole thing with China went on? Because they watch everything in the NBA. Same thing that happened. Josh Childress, remember Josh Childress went overseas because they was offering him a way bigger bag than he was going to get here. It happens, man.
I'm gonna tell you, but you know
why Marbury went over there.
But nobody really pays attention. Wait, Amari Stoudemire. I know guy, you know, played with him. But what I'm saying is, these international leagues don't even much respect the NBA. They think it's a joke because everyone's a setup. It's only two players that plays points, not competitive. So I don't know what we're getting at, thinking that everyone's watching the NBA. These France leagues, these Germans, they don't much respect our players.
So they're watching the players because they're going to cherry pick those players to put on their teams.
Now that's a fact. I can't debate that. But you didn't have the facts though. You had room for argument.
Everybody. That's what they do with everybody. That's the whole world of sports. What they do.
It's a recruit.
Your man that played for the Bucks. Couldn't get no tick for the Bucks no more.
Greg Monroe, that's his name. He played. He was on one of the winners. Greg Monroe.
So a hooper wants to remain a hoop. They want to keep that lifestyle. They want to keep that income.
Agreed.
They want to play basketball. But I'm not going to sit here and say he wants the money. He's a hooper. He wants to still play ball. So
and that's why I was agreeing with you when you were saying, like, hey, they want to go over there and continue their career, better their craft. That's why I'm like, yeah, but I just want to dispel how everyone says, oh, they doing it because they don't make money here. Like, what the hell? Like, you know what I'm saying? Talking even with Brittany Griner, I'm glad we put out.
WNBA is a little better like that
because her wife got on TV saying, "Oh, she went out there because she's not making enough money here. Oh, if this was LeBron James, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is everyone pointing the same narrative? Be unique. We all saying the same. Oh, that was LeBron James doing this. The blah 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 blah. LeBron has nothing to do with this.
Man, that stack of millions over there sitting there with just an average NBA player and what the average player makes. You know, a lot of those guys, and it's even in their contracts that they can't. An NBA player can't go overseas in the prime of their contract. They can't do that.
Nope.
They can't do that.
It make too much money.
The WNBA, because they only play a certain amount of games in 32, they don't fund them good enough. They have to give these girls a reward at the end of the day. They have to say, hey, because of what we pay you and how we structured, if a team overseas wants you, you can go down there. Just like the said in the beginning. Follow the rules, be cool, be safe, you know, and make sure you come back to us in the good graces. You know what I'm saying? In every sport, injury happens. So
I agree with this one, but my whole thing with that post was what you said earlier, Will. She got caught in a political triad, right? Yeah. That was the whole, and we're at a political warfare right now. So, you know, just like Brittany Griner, she was on a plane getting ready to come home. Yeah. Who's to say the same thing won't happen to them? And they won't make up a charge. Just like you said, oh, okay, it was just a personal use. She probably been doing it for all these years. Same with them. We don't know what they're doing over there to cope.
Understood. I guarantee, though, every one of those women before they got on that plane got a much more aggressive rundown of the rules and laws of where they were going and what not to do. And
they got briefed.
And I guarantee you, I guarantee you, the young lady who went to Israel got an even longer talk. Because yes, that of all the places that were there, I assure you, the Israel one is the only one that I'd really be worried about. Because that one, yes, they are.
Guy who's at the embassy. Shout out to Big Bro. He just came here from Israel. But you know, the thing is they have to go and check in. So everyone who goes travel international, they're brief. But at the end of the day, I guarantee you, they still drink.
I mean, you can't guarantee that, but if you
we went to the game, bro. I didn't see them. I follow them on the IG.
No, they do.
They have a vice. That's what I'm saying. So who's to say, okay, they trying to get an alcoholic beverage. Boom. Now what? That's all I'm saying. Like, you know, we got to
drink is not illegal. It's not illegal. You just don't act out.
This world
is not illegal in Israel, bro.
For nothing. This world ain't gonna stop for nothing. Even if there's a crisis in the best state or the best country in this world, guess what? The next day, there's still gonna be people taking flights across the borders to the countries. You can't stop it. You can't stop it.
If Putin does if let's say Putin pressed the button, we have a nuke. Now there's a no-fly zone.
Then they get stuck. But that happened to anybody. That happened to anybody.
What?
That happened to anybody.
So you want to get stuck?
That's happening in the world right now. Right now, hold on. Right now, if there's something happens and my roof come tumbling down, I'm here. I chose to be in the house.
Right.
I'm mad to be in my house.
Been through any crisis, but okay. Hey,
it's all choices. Everything's choices.
I agree. I'm not debating that, but the only thing I'm saying is that they're not making, to me, a sound choice during these times right now. That's it.
Oh, right now that's different.
That's all I'm saying. I get you. That's what I'm saying. Like, say, bro, you did not learn from Brittany Griner. That was my whole thing. It's like Brittany's doing her normal life, doing heightened crime when she should have came back when the Olympics, when that stuff was talked about during the Olympics. That's it.
Should have came back as soon as that whole thing kicked off. She should have came back. But look, again, it's choices. It's all about choices.
Yeah, right.
I don't think a lot of them are in a lot of danger as of right now.
They're trying to get the bag right now.
And that's where they're gonna go. That's what I'm saying. And at the end of the day, I don't want to see them crying if something goes wrong. That's all I'm saying. Because the world will stop. Everyone's falling. Oh, Brittany, because she made the wrong choice.
Well, so just put in perspective real fast.
For 10 years, but
the Seattle Storm, they had the highest 2022 average attendance at about 10,500.
Yep, because Seattle loves basketball. They just want to go out there and watch people play basketball.
But at the same time, last year's attendance, University of South Carolina women's team had an average of 13,200.
Yeah.
They don't support the product over here.
Yeah.
And you gotta realize college is like high school. College is where you grow that family. Like you have a high school game, there's people there. in the stands.
The fans are
Why?
more built in. Yeah.
This one, why? Just like Tamara Moore, she's a former WNBA player. She came on and gave us a great formula on how that this can be successful. You know what she said? This one thing she said. There was a time where the NBA wasn't popping. Someone had to put money behind the NBA. Someone had to market the NBA. The NBA was not always this stronghold of a league, of a brand.
Be real with you, man. I'm gonna be real. The generation beforehand, in our generation, we show love to those ballers. So, though, if you look up the ratings of the NBA back in the day, probably low as well. But I was invested in it. That's what players were invested in these ladies that were hooping and playing ball. They had to face Cynthia Cooper. She was being mentioned with the guys. That was one of the first ladies that was being mentioned with the guys, winning back-to-back championships and doing that stuff. You know, they had that. Where they slipped this, you know what I'm saying? They could have started rolling around in the rules like the NBA, you know. People can leave after their like sophomore year or whatever, you know, increase the brand. Could have did stuff like that, but they never did that. And I understand. Shout out to Miss Moore, man. She was a phenomenal player in the WNBA, you know. And I wish that, as a whole, you know, it all streams from females in general, man. This has been a problem everywhere for ladies for a long time. You know, the last ever alive in terms of the basketball scene, the guys around our age bracket.
I say this though, more than ever in any other time in the history of humans or any sport, the advertisement for any sport is higher than it's ever been. You got social media. We can see all these clips of all these players doing all they want to do. You know what I see every time I pick up my phone? I see mixed videos of Iverson still. I see mixed videos of Ja Morant flying on people. Ladies, if you want your product to move forward further, get out here, do the work, make the video. Give me a video every time Skylar Diggins put somebody on their behind. Show me the crossovers. Show me the jumpers. Show me, like, and then for everyone complaining about no one, you know how many women, somebody made it, like, Bill Burr made that great point. All they do is complain about nobody wants to watch our game. But then the ratings for the Kardashians are through the roof. The ratings for Basketball Wives through the roof. They are printing money over there. So go watch the games. Don't blame it on us, man.
All right, so we got Numo Spec. We got national champion, go for women's hockey team average attendance of 1,900. That's like the number of students in 4 classes.
He's not wrong.
Facts. All right, so let's look at some of those comments that we got there, some of from the post.
Trey says, on second thought, I get it. They can't afford not to go. Choose carefully.
I wouldn't go that far. But
Brandon said Brittany's mistake was taking the stank on with her.
Yeah, exactly. Facts.
Jay says they get paid more overseas, most of them, and notice none are in Russia. You'd be a fool to go to Russia right now.
Yeah, they won't even let you.
Banned them. The NBA banned all the players from going there.
There was a time where Russia was the spot. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so
not during wartime.
But what I'm saying, who's to say that, you know, Istanbul doesn't pop off?
Who's to say you don't get hit by a bus tomorrow?
I'm just saying in Turkey. Who's to say that Turkey, you know, their government don't pop off like that? No one was expecting, you know.
I've been a little nervous in Turkey. I ain't gonna lie.
That's all I'm saying.
They be having coups and stuff over there.
Yeah.
Hey,
Dante said, as long as they ain't going to Russia, they should be okay. Javi, the WNBA is a summer league.
He used to play for
the Bears.
Yeah, the Bears. He was a linebacker for the Bears.
All-American at OU. Javi says the WNBA is a summer league that make more overseas. Turns, if they leave the bush niggity at home, they are good.
Yeah. For the most
Albert, they got to make a living. They make really good money over there, tax-free at that. That I did not know.
Yeah, he's a coach. He's a real big coach out here in Dallas.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that is.
Tax-free, meal tax-free. Yeah, I might change that.
I will take that.
Man.
I'm gonna go straight to the game and straight back to my hotel room. I ain't going nowhere.
That's it, right? Just look in a bubble. That's it. I'm really
make my own bubble.
Right.
Anthony says that's all American allied countries. It makes sense.
Russia's not.
Turkey, but their government structure's not. These nations are not a part of NATO.
Understood. But here's the thing: do you never travel out of this country? Anything can happen anytime you go anywhere. I mean,
I agree. I'm not denying that.
We can't live in fear. That's not life.
Us as America, dog.
That's what America wants.
Going anywhere, and we say America, it's going to swing a lot of faces. It's going to swing a lot of faces. So at the end of the day, it could be good. It could be for bad.
I mean, I wouldn't go over there draping the flag. I'm
putting out American flag. I come out the airport like, what's up with it? You know what I'm saying?
And you wake up in a bathtub with a kid in music.
Brittany Griner over there.
Come and get me. Oh no, true story, man. I was coming from Vegas. I was gonna Brittany Griner, but then I told myself, is it worth being, worth Brittany Griner? So I put Brittany Griner in the trash.
Here you go. Real smart decision.
But then I lost $100 throwing the Brittany Griner away. So at the end of the day, I lost Griner and $100.
All right, fellas, we're going to do our last segment for the night.
Yeah.
It's going to be a doozy. Going to get the blood going. But we'll be back in about 15, 20. Hold on to your butts.
Okay.
What's up, world? Kyrie Robinson, man. New Orleans Saints veteran. Hey, man, make sure you guys go check out my guy, man, STWF, the media, man. Check them guys out. Y'all want to get sports talks with players, with fans, anything like that, man, go check them guys out, man. That's the place to be if you want to talk sports. Who that nation?
All right, fellas, back at it like we're mad at it. Last topic of the night. Get y'all opinion on this one. So we talked about it a little bit last night during our premiere of our NFL review show. And we talked about the one elite team that was left as of right now, the only undefeated team. So they're getting a lot of love right now. WNBA players can make over $1 million. Okay. They're getting a lot of love right now, rightfully so.
Yeah.
But it's almost to the point they almost crowning them the regular season champs.
Yeah, it's bound to happen.
Yeah, it's bound to happen. Shout out to Devin Robinson. First off, they say he's been in the group for a while, but man,
Eagle fans
coming. Yes, Eagle fans coming out the woodworks. And then you can see, man, he got a little bit of feedback. And of course, he says Eagles getting their first round bye this year. You had it here first. A little bit optimistic. Might want to pat them brakes a little bit. We only in week 5.
He a game ahead of a team playing with a backup. Relax.
And Lump, right on time. First comment, calm down. Long season.
At least he kept it cool though. He didn't go too crazy on him. He just said, "Calm down, long season."
Yeah. But Marley got him though. He says, "Got another one missing for weeks. Now is fly Eagles fly." Yeah, Eagle fans be kind of quiet in the group. I have to say that, man. We get more 49ers and Raiders fans in there. The Eagles fans be, I don't know. Actually, I only know 2 in there, and I personally know both of them.
Eagles fans are weird.
They booed Santa, man. They threw batteries at Santa.
Yeah, man. They the worst. They the worst.
What's the young fella? What's the young fella's name that posted this crap tonight?
His name is Devin Robinson.
Dear Devin Robinson, my name is Tu. I am a Cowboys fan. This is full of poop juice right now. That you're talking about the Eagles in the first round bye. Really?
Yeah, that's early, man.
This is what happens.
Real early.
This is what happens. AJ Brown is an injury away, and we know he's been through that before. Miles Sanders is an injury away. We know he's been through that before. I'm just gonna hex the whole Eagles team because I'm pretty disgusted that I just seen those words. I just seen that post. Y'all better be ready. because Dallas
We
ain't
found out in
playing
2 weeks.
We ain't taking no shorts. We ain't taking no shorts. Jalen, I love you, Jalen. I love you. I gave you my all last year in supporting you and hoping that you got to where you're at now. But the rest of the Eagles, I ain't smelling y'all, man. I ain't smelling you, Mr. Robinson. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Put a wager on it. Holla.
And you know what's funny? It's funny. The one guy you backed up is the one guy that has to keep it up for them to actually maintain this. Because if Jalen slips, it don't matter what none of the rest of them are doing.
That's true.
Jalen got to keep playing at a high level. So it's going to be interesting. I think this is it's a funny post. But, you know, you can probably go back every year with any team that's 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, and you'll get something like this. People just – I mean, we got 14-3. He just left the room. Like that's it. 14-3 left the room. That was just as bad as this is, honestly. Because 14-3 in that division is definitely first round bye.
Yeah, that's true.
So
now I'm looking at the team they played, the 4 victories they have. They beat the Lions 38-35.
Shootout. We know Lions can do that.
They beat the Vikings 24-7. Okay, that's a good win. They beat the Commanders 24-8. And they beat the Jags 29-21. And they had to come down from 14 points down. Come back from 14 points down.
Yeah, this team ain't looking like a juggernaut. Nothing like that. Nah, they looking like a solid football team. That's about it. This first round bye stuff is crazy.
And I was listening to some stuff today. And interesting fact that I heard was the Eagles, the 2 teams that they, you know what I'm saying, that they the 2 common opponents. Well, let me see. The one common opponent, thinking about the Commanders, and they lumped in the Lions. They struggle with both of those teams. Yeah, I know the Washington score is what it was, but it wasn't like they just really just dominated that. And I think they are getting a little bit ahead of themselves right now. You know, speaking as a Cowboy fan, I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
So tread lightly, Eagle fans.
Yeah.
They beaten no playoff teams from last year. I mean, at least the Cowboys beat one playoff team. I'm not going to say
they beat a Super Bowl representative.
Yeah. I said before the season started that the Bengals were going to go back to reality a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they get their juice pumping, you know what I'm saying, the way the North's going right now. But the Eagles, man, and you get this, like Will said, 5-0, 4-0, 6-0, you start climbing, you know what I'm saying? But one thing we all know is, one, better take a loss too early because that momentum does not ride all the way.
Oh, Mo can swing real fast.
Tom and them had to take some losses, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, the reality. When they went undefeated, they lost in the Super Bowl. So I don't feel like any team, you know, going undefeated should be shouting crazy. You want to, as fans, because this looks dominant. At the end of the day, any given Sunday, and that's why I tell football fans, man, any given Sunday, anything can happen.
It wasn't even like these were blowout wins. They were good wins, but they beat Goff, Wentz, Kirk, and who else?
Oh, Kirk and Lawrence.
Trevor. All right, so like, let's slow down.
Looking at, you know, I'm a stats guy. I know I don't like them, but I love stats.
No, I love them too.
And the Eagles, and well, let me rephrase this. The top ranked offense, yards per game in the league right now is the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
And the Eagles are number 2. Just to put that into perspective for you.
That's interesting. Interesting.
They get to play. They get the game plan for Allen Iverson Murray this Sunday. That's what Flip gets to prepare for. And I mean, it looks favorable on their side because we've seen Kyler last Sunday in the second half pull up some magic. You know, he's a 50-50 guy. Kyler's 50-50. You know what I'm saying? So this is a game that Kyler could lose, you know, this Sunday. But hey, it's gonna be exciting for that Eagles defense to play against that fella right there.
And I looked at their defense as well. They got the number 3 defense as far as yards per game. But as far as the points given up per game, they are like 9th or 10th at 17.8.
Still top 10, but yeah, that's not
Still
as
top
good.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the numbers, that it's still early, but they kind of starting to tell a story a little bit. They beat up on the team they should beat up on.
That's all you can be asked to do.
You don't play who's in front of you. But as far as do I think the whole first round bye thing, like you said, pump some brakes a little bit. Let's look at some of these comments from here tonight. We got Devin who posted it. I don't be on here like that, but y'all can't scream who that.
Oh, okay. So as long as you're shooting shots at the Saints, man, you're a little bit all right.
Yeah. You got some kudos points there, man.
That's like the only rules of this room. You can get by as long as you take shots at the Saints.
Yeah, take shots at Uncle in the Saints.
You can say whatever you want. Just kill the Saints in a later comment.
Yeah. Yep. So they just getting on that a little bit, but let me see. It's more just banner, but Poncho said you're going out on a limb. He says I'm planting a tree.
I like that.
Then Lumpy, man, y'all been getting beat by them switches for years. I understand. Then he said shit is about to go down in Cheese Town. Yeah, yada. But Marley, you laughing, but y'all gonna give us a high pick. So that's gonna be done.
Who's drafting that guy?
Huh?
That must mean somebody got a draft pick.
Actually, they got 2 number 1 draft picks.
Who's the other one?
I can't remember who they got them from, but they both kind of high.
Whoever Marley's team is, that's who it is, because that's what he's talking about there.
Yep.
That's funny.
Daniel says, I'll take the Eagles seriously if they can win in Arizona. That's their first true test. They beat nobody. Too early to buy into the hype.
Hold on. Hold on. Their first true test is in 2 weeks. Because in order to sustain this Super Bowl feeling that you're talking about,
you got to win your division.
You have to be the best and win your division. So the team that's mocked you in the last 2 years in your division, yeah. 2 weeks is the matchup. Arizona's going to be a team that Kyler Murray is going to give you one half of greatness, one half of badness. It depends on
which half it is.
When he plays bad and when he plays good. My prediction is he plays good in the first half, and the Eagles in the second half, you know what I'm saying? Script the game plan, able to read it. But 2 weeks. Regardless if the Cowboys lose to the Rams this Sunday, that's the matchup the Eagles should be waiting for, man. They want to take this division, a team that in this division that has not won twice. The Eagles definitely don't want the Cowboys or any other team to win that division, especially the way they're going right now. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I think they might have forgot. Jalen balling, I definitely give it to him. But I'm just not just ready to just say, you know what? He's arrived, goddammit.
Nah, I do know he knows how to find AJ, though. He knows how to find AJ. And that's been opening up the rest of their offense big time. So,
but most of his runs seem like they're coming off him. He scrambles. He can, he's a threat with his legs.
Yeah.
But what's going to happen if they put a spy on him?
Yeah.
And they force him to pass from the pocket.
Here's the problem with the spy. They do have 3 good wideouts and a good tight end. So you put a spy on them, one of them boys going to be open.
But do you trust their running game? Minus Jalen.
Sanders. I mean, he had a good game this week, a decent game, but I don't know. Every week, he's supposed to be a lot better than he is.
Right.
When he first burst on the scene.
One thing Philly always has is they have utilities and they have pieces, you know what I'm saying, to go. Like, they got Miles, but they got Gainwell, who's been pretty exceptional as well. They always got some utility guys. They always got, a decent lineup, decent coaching to know that you need multiple players at multiple positions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about that. I feel like in terms of the overall just getting through, and I feel like the sky is blue right now, but last year it was gray and it turned blue, and it has a chance to turn gray again. You know, and Jalen Hurts just needs, like we all saying, that he needs to perform, to continue to perform for his sake and his job security, and to keep the Eagles afloat, because he's the engine right now.
Yeah, they're healthy, they're handling their business, but hey, they can easily change.
I'm going to call him upset. Something.
Shout out to Numo Spec.
Yeah.
You got to give my 3-1 Minnesota Vikings some love. First in the NFC North. Yeah, definitely.
I'll give you some love. Definitely love to the Minnesota Vikings. They should take the division finally this year. That's what everybody's saying. It's been on the plate. It's been on the plate. It's been on the plate for them for years, but Aaron just snatches it away every year. Like, here, Aaron says, "I'm snatching it away."
As long as he did.
They're not playing well. They're playing like the Minnesota Vikings of time. You know, we've seen the Saints game the other day. That game was closer than it should have been. You know what I mean? I just feel like they remind me of my Cowboys. Like, they have the pieces at positions. They just don't have the luck.
They got to figure out that running game. Dalvin Cook is – I'm tired of hearing he's great when he's healthy. He ain't never healthy.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And everybody top 5 and top this and ran it. No, he's always hurt. You know what I'm saying? And homie's gonna end up getting a bag somewhere. Hopefully he does. Because I like the backup. I like Madison.
He says, we hope they take first, but the motto is wait till next year, and we waited.
My thing is,
be like that.
I wish that Thielen and because they had this problem, Thielen and Diggs at some point, you know what I'm saying, the page this turn. Seems that that's happening with Thielen now with injuries getting older and Jefferson. It just seems like they always have a problem somewhere, you know, and then you got Kirk Cousins, you know, that falls through all that.
Keep him out of prime time.
It's $30 million a year for the last 8 years.
That's really what it is. That man can play as long as there's not a camera in sight.
As Dak's twin brother.
It's a bad hit. That's not the one you want. Of all the type of records you can have, that's not the one you want tied to you. You'd rather have the Rondo one tied to you where you only play good when the cameras is on.
Right.
Like that. That's the one you want. But having that when the lights are bright or when you're in prime time and you can't show out, that's bad, man, because that's all the playoffs are. Once you get to the playoffs, it's nothing but the bright lights.
You on air. Everybody's watching you.
And you gotta bring it.
Yeah, shout out to that Vikings organization. They've been a good organization for years, man. They just can't find any luck, any consistency amongst, you know, their top.
It's because Kirk's a heartbreaking quarterback. Kirk's that quarterback that'll get you to the playoffs. He'll play good through a bunch of games. He'll make it so that you'll never get a high pick. He's too good that you'll never get a high pick with Kirk Cousins on your team.
That sounds like the Packers.
But you'll never get a ring neither. It's tough.
It is tough.
And I feel like one of these guys this year, I'm just speaking, one of these guys are gonna break out this year and win one. And I'm not saying this Kurt.
No, you think it's Dak.
I'm thinking the notion that one of these guys that's been willing and been on the train for their team for years, one of their teams has to overall step it all up. And in Dak's case, the Cowboys' defense has been better for the last 2 years. Dak needs to pick it up now to where that offense is evenated. It just feels like the Vikings ain't evenated. They're not even. Like, teams have to, like, for at least Patriot dynasties, you know, even if the offense didn't give as much as the defense, it felt even because they were on the same page. Both offense and defense got to get on the same page.
I'd say your prediction's about a year early. Next year, I can hear that because next year, I think Brady gonna finally walk away or limp away, whatever he's gonna do. We don't know. I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna be to a point where it's like, does he really love it as much anymore? I don't even know now. But and then so that NFC gonna have some openings for a guy like Kirk, for a guy like Dak, maybe. But Not over here in the AFC, because that's over Mahomes and Josh Allen's dead body, and I don't see that happening. So
and Herbert real soon.
Herbert, yeah, Herbert's real, but Herbert's team around him needs some work.
You got Burrow on that side over there. AFC tight for the next 5 to 10 years.
Burrow got a squad, but he ain't got no one blocking for him. He just hiking and throwing. That's all he can do.
Reminds me of that David Carr ESPN commercial. He went to Texas when no lineman was in the front. Yeah, I hope they get us some help, because if not, man, he gonna be shell shocked.
It's funny though that he made a comment. He was like, they were like, "How do you feel about when you keep getting hit?" He was like, "I feel like it's disrespectful to the game of football if you don't take hits." I'm like, "Yo, check back in like week 12 with that."
He gonna be cussing.
Yeah. Let me see if you still feel it's disrespectful to the game.
Right. All right. Who got shout outs for tonight?
Take a shout out, Crackman. Shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you guys as well on the set. We all combined to do our thing. A lot of fire, a lot of interesting topics tonight, all day. And want to give a rest in peace to my guy Bodine, Fidelis Way, man, OG man, passed away last week, man. Go with his family, and we want to give a rest in peace to my homie Stephen Odom. My college roommate Tyrone Odom's little brother, 15 years ago was killed. He would have been 28 today. So I want to give an RIP to Stephen as well. And that's my shout outs for the night, man.
All right. Just give a shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to everybody hopping in the chat and everything. Shout out to the team right here holding me down, bringing me in. And I messed up yesterday, but I ain't gonna do it twice. Shout out to my mother whose birthday just passed. Happy birthday, mama.
Birthday, mama.
Gotta take care of mama, man.
I messed up the other day. I ain't even send it. I was gonna send her the link, but I realized if she watches this whole thing,
I'm surprised your mom may come behind you.
She come right through this door, choke me out. So
happy birthday, mama.
Appreciate that, fellas. But yeah, man, just let's keep it going, keep the train going. I'm enjoying every minute of this.
Salute, bro.
Salute.
Shout out to Anthony, Chris, Jesus. We got who else we have in here tonight?
Numo Spec.
Numo Spec was in here.
We gotta go
hanging out with us tonight.
You feel like you professional with it, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna check the page out. We're gonna see what y'all provide, man. I like to watch different shows, man. Pick brains a bit, So hopefully you got something interesting for me to tune into.
No doubt. Shout out to you brothers, man. It's always therapeutic for an old guy like myself. Shout out to the chef that cooked the catfish tonight. Oh, that's me. But
I'm jealous, man. I want some catfish.
But hey, we appreciate y'all hanging out with the crew tonight. Make sure you be here tomorrow, 7:30 sharp. We got the OTSBS show moved from Monday to Wednesday. So you can really get your hump day with some bull sneakers. But we appreciate y'all hanging out with your boys. With that said, man, y'all have a great night. Let us know how we did. Like, comment, subscribe, share, most importantly. Other than that, appreciate y'all. Peace.